First of all, let me explain the long video title and what exactly am I reviewing here. Panasonic has this lovely idea of naming camera models differently for each market: America, Europe and Asia. What I hold right now in my hands and what I will use to make this review is the GX880 in Europe, or GF10 in mainland Asia, or GF90 in Japan. It is not sold in America, but it shares identical specifications with GX850, which is sold in America, which in turn was named GX800 in Europe and GF9 in Asia. Confused? Angry? Feel free to call 1-800 Panasonic doesn't care and complain. Your opinion is valued. Okay, now that I got this out of my system, it is time to start with the actual review. As you can see, this is a rather small camera. At around 350 grams with the battery and collapsible kit lens, it has a high chance to go anywhere with you. It is available in full black, silver and black combination, and finally this silver and beige like I have on review. To me it looks rather classy. Build quality is quite good. Everything appears to be tightly assembled and LCD has a solid firm feel when moved. A small pop-up flash is built in. 12 to 32 kit lens has an equivalent field of view of 24 to 64 mm, which translates to 2.6 times optical zoom. Doesn't sound as much on paper, but in real life covers a rather usable zoom range. Of course, you can exchange the lens with something different. All Panasonic and Olympus lenses in Micro Four Thirds system will work great with this camera. At the heart of the camera there is a 16 megapixel sensor. Not the latest technology, but still a rather solid performer, as you will soon see from sample images. Sensor is not stabilized, so it relies on optical stabilization in the kit lens. GX880 is a rather easy camera to use. I suppose typical buyers will keep it in full auto mode, where one only needs to operate zoom and press the shutter. When the LCD is rotated to selfie position, camera automatically changes settings and offers some neat features. Focus mode is switched to face recognition automatically. There is soft skin effect if you think you are old and slimming effect if you think you are fat. Background defocus is another name for aperture control, and finally there are options for timer interval and number of pictures taken. Beside all these gizmos, classic exposure modes are offered, including the full manual mode. Menu system offers a solid set of features. This is not enthusiast camera, but still some of them will raise a few advanced users' eyebrows. For example, you can unlink focus from half press shutter button and reassign it to FN1 button, and therefore use back button focusing technique. Quick menu gives access to often used shooting settings, and this is all clear and easy to use. JPEG files are quite neutral out of the box. This is actually fine. It is better to have them neutral than overprocessed. But once you start editing RAW files is when you realize the true potential of this camera. Dynamic range is excellent, fine details are present, and colors can easily be tweaked to your liking. Manual image processing always was and still is integral part of getting good image quality. Sadly, only avid photographers will bother with RAW files, but that's the way it is. High ISO performance is a bit behind larger APS-C sensors. I noticed a bit too much noise at ISO 3200 for my taste. Otherwise, I really like the image quality from this camera. Video recording is available in 4K at 24, 25 or 30p, and Full HD from 25 to 60p. Sadly, there is no slow motion. Microphone level can be adjusted in 4 steps, but there is no microphone input connector. That is a shame, since it would make this cam quite interesting to video logging crowd. Video exposure mode is fully automated, which means GX880 doesn't give access to shutter speed, aperture or ISO value. In fact, you can't even adjust exposure compensation once the recording starts, only before. This clearly indicates this camera is targeted toward amateur users who just want good quality without any fiddling. As for video quality, it is generally quite pleasing, detailed with good colors. By default, video has less contrast than still images, and that is good. Shadows are not as dark as those in some JPEG images. Only obvious downside is rolling shutter effect, which is a bit more visible than I would have wanted. Lithium battery is strong enough for around 200 shots from a single charge. This is a bit underwhelming, so I would advise getting a spare one or at least carrying a power bank. Battery can be charged inside the camera. In fact, you get only classic USB charger with micro USB cable. There is no dedicated external charger in the retail box. A tiny micro SD card is used, which once again indicates Panasonic doesn't expect users to use external memory card reader, but rather connect the camera to the PC by USB cable or use Wi-Fi to transfer images and videos. Two connectors are available, micro USB and micro HDMI. Beside the camera and the lens, in the box you will get neck strap, plug-in charger and micro USB cable. Overall, I am quite pleased with this camera. It is by far one of the smallest, if not the actual smallest interchangeable lens camera currently on the market. It delivers good image and video quality and is easy to use. I suppose potential users might ask themselves what makes this as the better option instead of a compact camera with 1-inch sensor like Sony RX100 or Canon G9X. Well, with the GX880 you get even bigger sensor, 4K video, which is still missing from price comparable Sony and Canon models. I would also point out mechanical zoom as an advantage for still image photographers. It is faster to use and more durable. Finally, if you want to dig deeper into photography as a hobby, GX880 accepts any of the 40 or 50 micro Four Thirds lenses, so you can easily build a system and later upgrade the camera to something more serious. Due to its small size and silent operation, an all-black version might even be interesting to street photographers. Also, I can see it as a backup camera for your micro Four Thirds system. It might lack some advanced features, but it takes next to nothing space in the camera bag. Overall, this is a great little camera. I think many will be happy with it. That's all for this review. If you are from Croatia, you can find all this gear in Anigota store where I work. If not, please support my channel by using Amazon affiliate links in the description field below the video. That's it, thanks for watching.